Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Order of Battle World War II. We're playing as the Soviet Union in the Red Star DLC. After subduing Finland and securing our borders there, we're actually, over a year later, but Germany has invaded the Soviet Union, and they're not that far into it, I guess. We're basically at start of Operation Barbarossa, and we're trying to stop 4th Panzer Group in the early stages. And it's, we're playing in Lithuania, June 1941. Soviet forces attempt to stop the advance of the German 4th Panzer Group during the early stages of Operation Barbarossa, leading to a large tank battle near Raseinai. Okay, well, we already got our specializations, so let's get started. I'm quite interested to see what hordes of forces the Germans will be able to bring to bear upon us. Mission briefing awaits. Come in, comrade. We have no time to lose. Why does this guy look like he has... He just really needs glasses. Let's just say that. If a guy like this would talk to me, I have to try really hard to take him seriously. Either way, I'm sure he's a very competent general. We have no time to lose. The non-aggression pact we signed with Germany is no more. Look, I gotta keep thinking about this face. Why do these Russians have to have these ridiculous faces? I noticed that with the fighters as well. They all look ridiculous. The Germans didn't have that. The Finnish didn't have that. But for some reason, all these Russians look like their IQ is below 50. For some reason, but that's I don't know, maybe they should have made their graphic designer, maybe they should have given him a different task, like not making them too stupid. Right, let's just try this again and not focus on this ridiculous picture here. Come in, comrade. We have no time to lose. The non-aggression pact we signed with Germany is no more. Since yesterday morning, our country is under massive attacks by the German Wehrmacht. Our forward units have suffered heavy losses already due to massive enemy airstrikes. From the Baltics to the Black Sea, Axis forces are advancing in 3 main army groups into our territory on a front nearly 3,000 kilometers wide. Why to the... well... never mind. I kind of... like, this line kind of has me thinking about this German song in which they sing from Finland to the Black Sea. We're advancing, but never mind. We are facing nothing less than the largest military invasion in the history of warfare. We are facing nothing less than the largest military invasion in the history of warfare. Now we must defend the motherland with everything we have. In this sector, we are facing Army Group North attacking from eastern Prussia, probably to advance towards Leningrad. According to Moscow's pre-war plans, we need to slow down the enemy and mount counterattacks whenever we can to wear down his offensive strength. But make no mistake, we are up against a highly effective war machine that has defeated almost every opponent in the last 2 years. You're ordered to block the German 4th Panzer Group from advancing into Lithuania. Be warned that this may be extremely costly, though. Okay, is this number 1 or 4 or 5? Oh, there we go. The enemy can rely on veteran tank and infantry forces, enjoying substantial air support. The German Luftflotte 1 is already attempting to establish air superiority. Expect heavy airstrikes and intense air combat to continue. Well, I'm used to the Finnish Air Force, so I don't think the Wehrmacht and the Luftwaffe will be that much of a challenge. Primary objectives: hold 3 secondary objectives for 2 turns. Ensure that the enemy does not quickly overwhelm your defenses. Okay. Never lose any primary objectives. So Kelma, Raseinai, and Ariogala. Okay. Destroy 6 enemy tanks. A new commander will be awarded if we keep enemy armor at bay. And then hold 3 secondary objectives at the end. Slowing down the enemy is crucial to keep him away from his strategic objectives. 2 specialization points. Alright. Special event: equipment woes. The German invasion comes at the worst possible time for us, since many Red Army units are still using outdated equipment. Make sure you field enough modern tanks and aircraft. Special event: tank unit. A unit equipped with KV-1 tanks is put under your command. It has been damaged in recent enemy air attacks, so minor repairs in the field are needed. Okay, sure. Don't know why they specifically had to add that, but that's fine. Let's just repair our units first and upgrade them afterwards. Seems like we still can't really upgrade the Air Force, or do we? Yes, we do. Okay. So the Lag 3 has more attack against large and slightly less against small. But this one also has more defense. This, yeah, so let's upgrade to a Yak. Or... this one is a fighter bomber because it's also pretty good against enemy ground units. But I'd rather have my fighters like this. There we go. Maybe we can upgrade these too, even though the game claims we can't. Or that there's no better model, and indeed this is the case. So let's see. This one not only does a lot more damage, but it also deals shock damage. So it lowers the enemy's efficiency. And then the PE2 has more... let's see. They have... more against infantry, less against mechanized, lower defenses. So why are they... I mean, they have 2 attack against air units, and they're better at attack naval units, but I'd rather go for the Ilyushin IL-2 here. They have much better defense, and I think that means that they'll perform much, much better. No, I don't think I can upgrade this, but you never know. No. So what's the deal with Katyushas? They can move a lot, range at 2. They're mostly there for dealing a whole lot of shock damage. They're probably not even that bad, but I don't want to switch up my actual artillery for that. So we'll see. It kind of depends on how many requisition points I will have left. So what model is this? KV-1M9040. It has the unreliable trait, so I'm gonna upgrade it. So I don't want any KV-1s, but probably I want KV-2s. So what's the difference here? The KV-2 has less movement, Much more attack, much more defense, and does actual shock damage to boot, but it has weak flanks, which these guys don't have. Alright, so let's get one of these. You become one of these. So I'll get two T-34s and then also two KV-2s. Because I have the requisition points for it anyway. Let's upgrade these guys as well. Basically spending all of my prestige here. That's fine. That's why I was saving it up. And this is probably going to be one of the biggest upgrades that I can do. Yeah, let's upgrade you as well for now. You know, why not? Okay, so pretty much upgraded all my units. We're back to 220 prestige. I mean, requisition points. So let's start talking about my deployment. This is, yeah, probably most of this mission I'm not even going to be able to play because of all these upgrades, etc. Let's go for some air forces first. So actually during this one, I think I want to place 2 bombers and 2 fighters. I'm actually gonna heavily invest into anti-aircraft during this mission, I think, and make them do most of the work, keep the bombers to the back, and then once the Luftwaffe has been defeated, I can send in the bombers, basically. Okay, so not only do I need to defend these forward points for at least two turns, but I think that's super easy. I need to have them back at the end. So I'm probably going to have to destroy a significant portion of the German forces. Yeah. Alright, let's just begin by deploying some artillery. So, what I could do here, basically I want my artillery to be under anti-aircraft cover, and the enemy is quite sure to start coming at me with their anti-aircraft guns from the start. Right, so let's play some heavy in the woods. It's gonna be pretty tough defending this territory, but I think we can. Okay, I can't move them though. What is this? This is also forest. So these guys, they're just gonna wait there and pretty much ride out whatever storm the enemy might throw at me. So I think I want the T-34s at the flanks because they are fast and then they can hopefully encircle some of the enemy units. Although this is swamp territory, so that will be tough. And these guys are probably scripted to die. Yeah, so if I place artillery down here, which I need to do, I also need to deploy some anti-aircraft. So I have to choose wisely. Yeah, these take 4. I'd rather actually deploy this here. And then these out here, so they can also move a lot. Which is probably good. Although getting traps for the enemy when it comes to air units also works. 30 left. Definitely looking to get some armor down here too. Preferably another KV. I don't know how heavily I need to defend up here. That's a bit tricky. But I think that if they are digging in, then I'm probably already doing pretty well. So let's get the T. They'll get attacked like this, probably from anti-aircraft. But I already have a tank there. So that's pretty tricky. So this is 9 deployment, 14. Already pretty close to my limit. But I think for now, though, kind of want to buy another anti-aircraft. And place them up in here. And I will actually put these slightly further to the back, and then these guys in here. So we should be able to create some form of death trap for the enemy air forces over in the center. And then I can deploy at least these heavies and then 2 more artillery as well. So the question then is, where do I deploy the heavies? I think I want them down here somewhere. Yeah, and they will take over from this infantry. So currently I probably want to do something like that, because I think I want to centralize most of my artillery. Because I actually do want to shell that, but keep my own artillery out of range of their artillery. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I would have to pray it doesn't get attacked then, though. But sure. Gonna have to start at some point. That's an ambush, wow. Okay. Well, not that these guys will survive, but that is pretty funny. Unless they retreat back 2 hexes, no. As expected, most of their units are actually heroes, as they should, although I don't see any heroes down there. Oh, no, not even this one. That's weird. Only 1 ground hero so far. I mean, both of their fighters are heroes. Fair enough, but I would have at least expected heroes on their artillery. Might be able to make that survive, but probably not. This is really low chance, nah. Gonna bring up a tank and then they're gonna destroy that. Yeah. There's your second hero. And a strategic bomber. Wonder if they're gonna attack those guys. I guess not. So, with most of these guys, it's probably best just to retreat. Like, it doesn't seem possible for you to not hold these objectives for 3 turns. Like, it doesn't seem to be physically possible. Well, actually, they might take this. So my units are not dug in yet, so I might just as well switch them here. Yeah, the one unfortunate thing about these Maxim guns is that they're not too great against the more powerful or the bigger air forces. That's also why I do like these 85cm cannons. Well, the true question is then, will they be able to attack all the way down here for the next turn? Because I do want to go after this, the Junkers. I don't think so. I will also repair these, so I think they're probably safe. Let's start snooping off some strength points from those oversized, or that oversized cannon fodder. Right, you guys are very exposed, and an entrenchment of 1 is not useful. Should have put them in the woods, though. Well. Let's see if these guys get aggressive onto that anti-tank, and or potentially here. Naturally, sending my non-core forces up to the front as much as possible because I want them to take most of the hit. Okay, so they're gonna stay there. I'm a bit afraid for my artillery once again, but this is why I have all those other guys. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna have this here fighter go into this middle area and do nothing. Because I think these enemy fighters will actively go after that. And then I have 2 anti-aircraft guns to fire away at them. Meanwhile, I'll have these bombers land in the airstrip. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think 1-1 is good enough. So I want to make sure that if I have engagements, it will at least be near anti-aircraft, and I actually do gain something out of it, which is like this. I'll just leave these guys. No, let's move them in here. We'll see. Yeah, 20 per turn is not bad. And you can't shell anything, so you might just as well wait. That applies for plenty of units. Let's end the turn. At least they went after the auxiliary artillery, and it did work like a charm, so they did indeed go after that fighter, which is what I expected. This anti-aircraft gun does not seem to be too apt at countering their bombing runs. It probably needs a lot of experience for that. Alright, I completely forgot to shell that. Huh. Even though I said I would. Okay. But I can cut off this tank probably now. Unless they move a unit up in here, I don't think so. Didn't expect them to try and move up, but maybe they're just following the road. Because there's only this city here. It's most likely that they're trying to follow the road then. Yeah, and as you might have predicted, I have that recon there to soak up damage from whatever enemy attacks are coming. Unfortunately, it did retreat 2 hexes. So, yeah. This thing is now destroyed, which is a big shame. I keep forgetting as well that this game does not actually work with zone of control, so at least not in the way that, for example, a game like Panzer Corps does, so I have to be careful. Nothing major so far, but it's something to keep in mind. And special event Axis at war. Following the German attack, Churchill promises assistance to the Soviet Union, while Axis nations race to support Germany, Italy, Romania, Hungary, and Slovakia to have declared war on us. Okay, so I actually do need to... No, I'm not sure whether I need to hold it for another turn. It's unclear. We'll see. I'll attack here first, though. Not gonna chase them. There's no need, and this Panzer I is now out of supply. I mean, I'm primarily looking to damage the Junkers 88 here. Or 87, wow. Because that one is most apt at attacking ground units. I'm curious to see what they do with me hiding my units in the forest there. Yep, let's cut them off. That's the problem. I mean, they'll dig themselves out on the next turn, but it does help me already deal a bit of a blow against those guys there. And cutting them off does neutralize them for some time. 3 stars of experience, huh? Wow, that's a lot. Not gonna lie. Okay, I need to pull you back. It's a shame I cannot see that enemy artillery, but I know it's there. Shelling it from this side is probably the best thing I can do with my own artillery. So these aren't that big of an issue for now. Yeah, that's quite a good attack. And because this is an auxiliary unit, is this forced? Yes, okay. Because this is an auxiliary unit, I actually feel that attacking here is probably a pretty decent idea already. So, I think that at least one of these fighters is going after the Polycarpov, which means that I'm going to target the Junkers 87, even though I'm taking a bit of damage here myself. Okay. Let's shift you to the other side. And yeah, moving you in here and you in here. Because that might allow me to cut off that German infantry, maybe. I think the biggest or the toughest part here is making sure that we keep that for one more turn. Although I'm not really sure whether it's even required. Okay, good. So these guys have very low efficiency now. I mean, I have no illusions about what's gonna happen to this thing. It's probably gonna take a lot of damage and or get destroyed. But it was never the point. To keep that AUX alive. Right, I'm attacking here because I'm not 100% sure whether I need to keep this yet. I don't think I do, but I'm not sure. So, okay, that's going back for repairs probably. Strategic bomber going after my anti-aircraft. Or my anti-tank gun. You're as well. Still, my anti-aircraft is not very apt at fighting back. More infantry there. So, at least that one is going for my fighter. I think the other one probably is going for this. Yeah, so I guessed correctly. Okay. Okay, fine. Going all the way around, huh? Oh, going for the anti-aircraft gun. No clue why they're attacking here, but I like it. Still, it's like I said, I'm very afraid that... I said for 2 turns, but it's already turn 3. Don't go in there. That's also fine. Because I can easily cut them off and destroy them then. Which was my primary goal. I'll do that again. Okay. Oh yeah, they have to hold because they cannot retreat, which is actually working out well for me now. Okay, so we did get the objective. A special event: against all odds, our initial resistance under overwhelmingly strong attacks surprised the enemy, but to avoid to get annihilated in the enemy onslaught, you may now consider a more flexible defense. All right, I'm gonna end it there. I want to thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I will see you all in the next episode. Take care and see you then. Bye-bye.